Hello guys, this is Vinod from MindMajix. I welcome you all to the next part of the special Power BI series. Our trainer will explain everything you need to know about the Power BI. Before beginning the session, we request you to watch the previous parts of the covered series. Check the link in the caption. In this video, let us look at the topics we will cover. We shall start with direct connectivity, SQL Server Analysis Services, Power BI Publisher for Excel, import Power View and Power Pivot to Power BI, introducing Power BI Mobile, and RLS Security in Power BI. If you are new to the MindMajix channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon to get quick updates about the new tech tutorials, free webinars, and career-enhancing shorts from working professionals. Like and share the video with your friends and Power BI career aspirants. Without any further delay, let's start the video.
And welcome to Power BI Tutorial.
So I'll just create a new file over here and try to consume that. So I'll create a new file in order to create a live connection in the Power BI. Since I have connected to Power BI service, so my session is active and that is available throughout the Power BI environment. So I will just create a new live connection, and the connection which I will make to the Power BI file, that is the detailed dashboard, that is basically treated as a SSAS, SQL Server Analysis Service. Okay, because the file which is being created, it is not a file itself, it's not a database or a table, it is basically a complete schema. So there is a new file I've created. So I'll go to Power BI dataset in order to create a new live connection to the dataset in the Power BI service. So what I'll do, I'll just connect this. This is what we call as a live connection. Now this will allow me, now since I have already connected to the Power BI server, so it is able to show me this Power BI file, the dataset. So I can be able to select it and create a connections. So you see, before I get connected, three interfaces. What is that? One is a data interface, where I can change the data, I can transform the data, I can do the change, modification of the fields, I can create the tables. But if I will create a live database connections, I won't be able to do anything, because this is a data set which is already being created and centrally located. So I can simply connect it, and if I'll connect it, it will just disable this data modeling window. I won't be having the privileges to update this data model. See, this has been disappeared. I can only use the data source as a central data source. See, these are the tables. Now I have this another window here. You can see the data model. See, the data model look and feel is something different, right? Like this, like a classic look here. But if you see this new window where I have created a live connection, I can go to this data model and I can see this preview is something different. This is the differentiation you'll get. This is blue color, tables are looking blue color, and the tables are not local. And you see the icon means there are two arrows are populating over here, plus go on up, that means it is live. Any changes happens to this Power BI data set which is available in the service, that will be immediately reflected in this Power BI desktop application which I have used this here. Now when I hovering this data set, what type of data source is this? What's the type of the data source you can able to see? It is a SQL Server Analysis Service. When I say SQL Server Analysis Service, it is basically kind of a data source, data basically schema, what you can say. or it is a schema where multiple tables are connected to each other and a relationship has been formed. So this is what we call as a analysis service. The output of the analysis service is a fine set of data model. This is what the data model is. So the type of this file is basically, by type of this data source is SQL Server analysis service, which we are complying to this thing, like connecting directly to SQL Server analysis service. So this is the point basically from our content which I have shown you for connecting to Power BI live connection, as well as the connection type which we have used is a SQL Server analysis service. Now I don't have any options to change this data. This is a live connections. I will only have to use this data. So if I'll do any changes over here, if because this Power BI service is getting refreshed every day, uh, on the specific threshold. So when the changes will happen to the Power BI service, that is the retail dashboard, or analysis service, retail dashboard, that data set, the immediate reflection of this data will be here. You can be able to see this data, which will be immediately reflecting here. So this is the data has been created. If there would be any changes in that Power BI service over here, because this is going to be changing based on the schedule, so that will be automatically reflecting over here. That's a live connection. So you see there is no option for transforming the data. I don't have a privilege to transform the data, and since I make the live connection to the Power BI over here, I don't have the privilege to connect to any other type of data which I can make a direct query or a import mode. Import and direct query is basically a kind of offline data source connections, but since this is a live and online connection, it is the only option which we have to use across this dashboard. I don't have this option to change this. Okay, so this is how this 2 point is being complied, like connecting, exploring the live connection to data with the Power BI, and connecting directly to the SQL Server analysis service. This is what about we call as a SQL Server connection to the SQL Server analysis service with a live connection mode in Power BI. So, what do we mean by the Power BI publisher to Excel? So, this is something like creating an offline dashboard which can be use and open in Excel. Okay, so my dashboard which I have hosted in the Power BI service, which is a Power BI server, here this is my dashboard. Okay, now I want to make this dashboard. This is very interactive dashboard. Suppose this is a summary report. I'll go to a particular dashboard and I can see the various data is available over here, and this is completely interactive. But I want this dashboard should be easily viewable, or openable in Excel. So how it could be possible? Because Excel is a editor which shows the spreadsheet data. Basically, how we can open this the dashboard in the Excel? So for this we have two choices here. Go to File, number one, and then here I can go to the Export option, and then the same report I just want to make it analyze in Excel. So this is basically certifying this topic which is there in my content is a Power BI publisher for Excel. or else I can go here in this right corner in the second option in the triple dot. I can just download this and analyze in Excel updates. Okay, so this is one option. Otherwise, I can just export this and analyze in Excel. There are two approach. This is one and then this is one. So I just want to analyze this in Excel. So I'll click on this. So when I click on this, it is asking me to download something. What is this? First, you need to have some Excel updates. To analyze in Excel, you need to do a one-time download and installation of a latest version of the Excel libraries. So what is this library? This is what the option is. Right, I can go here, export and analyze in Excel. Otherwise, I can go and here download, analyze in Excel updates. So what do you mean by Excel updates? Excel is a tool, but in order to analyze this dashboard and get the complete feel of the analytics, Power BI analytics in Excel, we should have some Excel plugins or some of the dynamic plugins for Excel. So that is why it is asking for this Excel updates. So this will give us a feel of a Power BI dashboard. So just I have to download that, click on this, analyze in Excel. I'll just download this one. Now I got this option, right? This is basically a Microsoft analysis. Also, I can just try it once again. Analyze in Excel, download. So this is going to download this one actually, the data which is already there in my system. So here the component which is going to be downloaded, it is a Microsoft Analysis Service OLTP provider. So this is basically provider. Now install, next. So let's install this. It will take a while to get it installed. So it may take several time for the installation. So by the time it is getting installed, let us have some understanding of some other topics. Like that was the option for exporting to Excel. Okay, so it is asking me for giving a permission. So here we go. It is completed. Now we should be able to analyze our Power BI dashboard. The necessary component has been installed. So what we can do now, export this and again analyze in Excel. So I can say I have already installed these updates. Click on this. So now, since the updates of the Power BI Excel component has been installed in my system, now this time I have just agreed that my components of Excel has been updated. Now it is getting the dashboard is getting downloaded in form of a Excel. Now let's see and what if the feature is getting available. We will try to see it. Now see, this is the retail dashboard which has been downloaded from the Power BI server. So it is asking me to open up this, making the connection to the Windows Azure, where our databases and all those backend stuff is exist. It is going to send me the OTP. So I have also get it authenticated from my Azure account. Now the data which has been connected with the Excel, and you can see there is no data in my local system, but the entire data with the dimensions and measure are got selected over here. The customer table, date island, employee table. So complete data set of this Power BI has been downloaded to my local system. It has the list of the dimensions and the measure which I have already created in that Power BI server. Complete set of the tables are there with me now. I can do the necessary changes whatever it is needed over here. So this is a pivot table, and here you can do, say for example, I just want to take customer. So list of the customers are available. By the way, where this data has received to me, this data has been connected from the Power BI server, and once I just get into my Azure account, this is synced from the Power BI server, because the Azure account is also embedded with the Power BI. Whatever the data I have uploaded, that is stored in the Azure only. The list of the customers are available. If you want to see the customer wise number of orders, I'm having the list of the customers. I can just choose the order table, and then here you can take the customer ID into account, order ID, and then the values. I'll just choose this. So the analysis will be generated from here. Complete set of the data is getting synced from the Power BI server to my Excel data source. Now I can just drag this to so basically this option whatever I am showing you is approach for getting the complete dashboard data model to the Excel and do the further analysis in the Excel. So that's why it show me that analyze in the Excel. The data is too huge, so that's why it is taking time to update in Excel, and this is basically a live view since the data is getting a reading from the Power BI server. In case of doing any changes, it is just taking time. Alright, so these are the list of the customers, and I can something different like the countries of the customer, division, So just try to show this, kind of a matrix. Here is showing the customer, and this is showing the country on the right side. There are three divisions showing on the right side. So this way the data can be analyzed. It's up to us, like how we do, how competent we are in Excel. The major purpose is to get the entire data model of the Power BI dashboard, and creating further analysis on this, and to do some visualizations or some analysis on this. So I'll just take up a bar chart over here. Simple bar chart over here. So in this, it is having the division. I'll just remove this division, and here I have this list of the customers. This is basically the pivot table field, and this is pivot chart. So this way, by getting the data from the Power BI server, I'm also able to create the pivot chart here. So this is basically dynamic. Whatever the changes will be done in the Power BI server, since I have connected to the Azure cloud of the Power BI server, so this data will also be synced over here. So I do have list of customers, and try to connect something like against customer. So it's depend upon the one who is creating the charts, and whoever is competent in Excel, they can be using this data. They can be created various charts on the Power BI. It's taking time. Why? Because it is reading the data from the Power BI server. Here the data source is basically OLAP, means online analytical processing. So the data which is being used over here is being fetched from the OLAP data server. So I can just able to create some of the analysis where I can see the list of the months, and the data are showing over here. So this way the Power Pivot and Power Charts will be used in the Power BI, the Excel, and this type of analysis will be done in the Excel by taking the data from the Power BI server. Now, whenever if you want to download the Power BI dashboard to the Power BI mobile, this is the option, like Power BI mobile, introducing Power BI mobile. So this choice, we can say introducing Power BI mobile. How we are going to introduce, how you can get the Power BI app to your mobile, so that you can play around with this dashboard. So just go to this dashboard, and in the view you have these choices. So here in the triple dot you have these choices. Go to download, and then click here, this like Power BI for mobile. When you click on this Power BI for mobile, it is asking me to send me the link. It is suggesting that the link will be sent to me. Stay connected to your data at anywhere, anytime with the Power BI mobile app. Oh, okay, sure. So now this will send me a download link. Click on this. It is going to email me the download link. An email with the download link was sent to this my registered email address, from where I can get the app. So open the link from your mobile device to download the app. So I can simply open up my mobile, and in my mobile my email has been configured. The email account has been configured. Yes, I can see I have got the email, and from here I can open up the link which will download the Power BI app to my mobile. So this way I can be able to open the dashboard. Like this is my email address. I will see that whether I have received this email or not. Yes, I have received this Power BI link. So there are three choices over here for the more Windows operating system, App Store for Apple users, and for Android users. So whenever I'm clicking on any app, it will be downloaded to my system. So I have to open this mail through my mobile, and I have to download this link, and then thereafter I will be able to see my dashboard. So this is how the Power BI mobile work. So the next topic we are going to cover is RLS security in Power BI. Now, what is RLS? It is one of the most important topic here. What is RLS? RLS is full level security. When I say security, security could be on various type, like security restricts the unethical user or anonymous user to log in, or security is restricting the data to see, or security is restricting the portion of a data. Security is restricting the objects to be visible or invisible. But here, when I say a row level security in Power BI, it is all about restricting user to see a particular level of data. So this is very important topic, row level security. So now, what type of row level security we will implement? Suppose I do have three different type of users who is going to use our dashboard in Power BI service. Okay. Currently, I have just one user, say me. I join as an admin, but in order to make it applicable to other user, I have to onboard other user, or I have to log in as other user to see the various type of data. Now, this is if you see as a layman term, it is a kind of a restricting particular user to see a respective division data, respective countries data, respective branches data, respective uh, you know data from the respective business area. So here, suppose, as you can see in my screen, I do have a chart where I have added a division, and in division I have three level of data, three different datas from three different divisions. One is EMEA, another is North America, third is South America. According to this, if I will just restrict, I'll try to use the filter over here. Then this particular object and will be getting filtered. But if I will apply row level security in Power BI, then it will restrict the entire dashboard's data basically. The user would not be able to see any other divisions data across this dashboard. Wherever he goes, all the data will be visible with respect to his division only. So let's start, and let's jump into the practical how we can apply the row level security. We are here normally, but we have to go to this data modeling tab. Here, this is a modeling tab. And in this modeling tab, there is an option called manage role. I don't have any particular role for this. That means it is generic, or it is open now. I have to create, say for example, I'll create three different roles for three different divisions. Okay. When South America user will be logging to the dashboard, he should be able to see the data of only South America. And so was applicable for other users also. North America user will be able to see North America data. Not other data will be visible to him. So it is a kind of a global filter which will be applied, and will filter out the data of that particular territory, and that user will be able to see his only data. Objects, all the objects, all the sheets will be visible to him, but only data respective to his division will be visible to him. So let's create. This is what we call as a manage role. You have to create a role for rollable security. I'll just make it North America user. Now, when I say North America, when I added North America as a role, all the tables used in my data model has been visible over here. So these are the tables. I'll go to the customer table. I have to click on this triple dot, click here, and there's an option called as add filter. If you add the filter, all the attributes of this table will be visible. So this is attribute division. Here in the division, instead of value, you have to replace North America as a input. Okay, this is the parameter. North America is the parameter which will be taken as input to the division to receive the data of the North America only. So now once you added it, just to ensure whether this script is correct or not, you have to click on this tick mark. If you just add something different, like I'll just add this will throw you error. Okay, because this is the DAX script, and this is going to verify the DAX expression whether it is correct or not. So every time you add any script, just ensure to verify the DAX expression and get it corrected. Get a confirmation that it is correct. Now I have to verify again and see this is correct. There is no errors available. Now same way I have to add one more role for South America. South America user. So when I add this South America, I have got separate a list of the tables. If I'll select the North America, I can see there is a filter out here. South America, there is no filter. I'll click again on the customer and choose the division again. South America, I'll put this as an input parameter. Then go to add one more filter here. This is one of our different division. I'll click it once again and then go to customer table again. If I want to copy something like from other tables, other filters, I can just copy from North America like this. If you don't want to, add something, if you want to write something from the scratch and not from the scratch, you just want to copy it. Then instead of making or writing it again, you can just copy that. Suppose you have applied multiple conditions, not only division, there are multiple conditions you have applied. In that case, you can just copy the filters being taken in this North America user or South America user. Then you can just simply modify it. So instead of adding this value, I'll just put it this one and save. So very simple DAX expression I have created. Just save the dashboard. Now it's time to verify whether the data which we have said in the row level security is correct or not. So at the development end also we can check it. So there's an option called as a view as. Click on this view as, see what is visible to people with different security roles and permissions. This is the option here. Click on this view as. Now we are here in the none label, like there is no security applied, no user or defined algorithm is specified. Here I'll click on this EMEA user only. Now click OK. See, it will start showing me only EMEA user data. This particular division is showing the count is 4240, and the list of the customer in the EMEA is here. You can just notice that it is the last customer is RAP AG, first customer is starting from Alice. This is the list of the customers available in this division. Then I'll go and see another divisions data, North America. You would see, just look into this, there is no customer starting from A alphabet. So the list of the customers are already being changed. And here you would notice there is no filtration applied on any of this object. There is no filter. It is completely globally applied to particular user. So same way, if you'll use to see a different user which is South America, you should be able to see a different data 980, and it is also not starting from neither A or nor B. It is having the customers whose name starting from C. So completely different set of customers here. I just wanted to see that if the row level security is applied here, whether it is getting applicable to other tables or not, other reports or not. So I do have this summary report. If you'll go there, you see the customers names are starting from C. So this is completely different from the customer those are in EMEA. The list of the data across the dashboard is going to be changed. You see this quantity, which is 1,08,665. This is the quantity. If I will try to see this data on a different user, for a different user, then you see the quantity of this entire data will be changed. Everything is changed. Okay, so it's absolutely a global filter. Now this different data is also reflecting to here. Year-wise sales, if you try to see in this, South America, you see the year-wise sales value is different. So all the tables are interrelated. According to this, the data is also changing. And this is how it works. Everything is changing across the dashboard. See this data also. This also varying customer to customer. Now one thing here, if you want not to show the customer wise division wise customers, then you can simply show all the data. There is no filtration available which you can clear. This is showing in the developer level. Now viewing as North America user. This is basically the user or the roles which we have created. Now I'm viewing as North America user. So when you stop viewing, it will start showing you the entire data of all the divisions. Okay, the data has increased, right? The data is perfectly increased. If I will change it, then it will change. Now here you will stop viewing it. It will just try to show the entire data of the entire dashboard and all the divisions. Now, so this was all about the rollable security, how we did in the Power BI desktop. Now, how we will implement this in the real-time scenario for user to see. There should be multiple users. In order to make it, I should be having three different users. So now I have only one user, I will try to show this. Okay, I'll go to the Power BI server. I have to publish this row level security to the Power BI server in order to make it enabled. So I'm going to publish it. Here, this is my workspace. I have created for it. Then select. So it is asking me to replace this dashboard because my dashboard is already there in the server. So I'm here to replace it. Okay, now it has been replaced and I can open the dashboard from the Power BI server. My dashboard is open and I can see this all the data centered on analysis. Here it will be showing you three different data now because I have not set the row level security in the server itself. Yeah, it is showing all this data. So in order to make it applicable in the server as well, we have to make some necessary configurations in the server. So go to the apps. I do have these apps. So I'll just go to the respective space. It is in my space. I have to go to the other workspace, which is Amit workspace. Now here is my Power BI dashboard and the dataset. So since it is applicable on the database and the data is getting filtered out, data is getting restricted, I do have to change this security in this database only in the dataset, not here. You see, there is no option for the security on this dashboard level. I do have the security over here in the dataset level. So this option is a security. So from the database level, here you see this is on my dashboard content. If you go for the content, it is the dashboard. There is no option for the security over here. You have to go to the data sheet. Here in the data sheet, I do have these options like refreshing, schedule refreshing, and security. When I click on this security, it will show you the row level security, that is RLS. So here, in order to make it applicable, we have to give access to different users. So right now I don't have multiple users, but I can just select, just for an instance, you select one user role, select another user role, and give the email address of the users. So here different users are there. I have to give multiple users access. This is the user who will be able to see this EMEA user data. Just select this and save. This has been applied on this particular user. That Pradeep Tishutar is going to see this EMEA data only, North America user. So likewise, I have to add multiple users over here and save them. Okay, one user is added, and this is second user is added, and like that. I have to do one save it. So when I will just log into this particular dashboard as this particular user email address, then I should be able to see the data over here. Detail dashboard. I'll open up it. Since my session is on, so it is showing all this thing, and I also act as admin. I joined as admin. Pradeep Tashutar, which is the email address, is logged in as this particular admin user. So it is showing all these three different data. But if I will give access to different user and their email address, I will set it over there. Then they should be able to see the individual data only. This is what the conclusion is. So this was all about the row level security, which is shown in the Power BI desktop and the Power BI server to restrict the data on a dashboard.